Okay, so I've just finished labeling my base, and you can see that it's pretty smooth. There's no friction, not really a lot of friction anyway on the track. It kind of goes in there nicely. So what I want to do now is, remember when we wrote those numbers, and this is where the numbers can kind of come into play for your design. Okay, so we have on the bottom, we have these numbers here. And this is why it's important to line up the magnets first. So remember, maglev uses the force of repulsion, not attraction. So we have to first take the magnet and decide which side is going to repel. So I drop it, oh, and that attracts. So I know that the opposite side is the repel side. And I want to mark that because this is the side we want showing. So I'm going to put a big, nice, dark X with my pencil there. And that means that this magnet here will be the one that repels when we put it on. See, it doesn't want to go down, and that's what we want. Okay, so we have that X there. I'm going to do this for the other ones. This magnet's a little dirty, so we know that with a dirty magnet, it's not going to work as well. So I'm just going to grab a new magnet. So I'm going to take this one over here. This one is clean. Oh, that's beautiful. Put my X down. Okay, see that X there? Just as long as I can see it. Oh, this one went down, so I'm going to put my X here. Okay, this one went down, so I'm going to put my X here. Oh, look, somebody already wrote an X for me. That's okay, we can write a new one. And this one went down, so I'm going to put an X here. And this one went down, so I'm going to put an X here. Now this is something I like to do. You don't need to do this, but this is an extra step if you want to be very organized. Is what you can do is you can put your base down now, and I know, oh, this one here is 4, right? And the 4 is that magnet here. So I'm going to write 4. Right? I'm going to look at my magnet, and it's going to 4, 5, 6. So I know this is 5, and I know that this is 6, and I know that up here is going to be 1. So I'm going to write that 1 on this one, and I'll write 2 on this one, and I'm going to write 3 on this one. Okay, so that's going to help us get ready to glue it. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the 4 magnet on the 4 here, and you can obviously shift it around if you want. You want to put it right on the corner. That will probably affect the speed. Just be careful that the magnet is not over the edge. Why? Friction. Okay, if the magnet's over the edge, it's going to rub against the track. So we want it pretty close to flush with the edge. A little bit in would be okay, but more flush with the edge. See, that's there? See how that's nice and flush? Okay, we got to make sure that when we're gluing it, that we're going to glue it so that none of the magnet is over the edge of the base. Okay, so I have my 4 there. Remember, X's are showing. We have our 5 here. We have our 6 here. You might want to bump it down to the corner. It's up to you. You can shift it around. Of course, we don't have to put it right on the number. We can shift it around if we want. I can put my 5 here. Okay, and then I've got my 3 here, and I've got my 2 over here. And you know what? I could stagger my middle magnets if I want a little. Maybe that will affect the speed as well. You can talk about this with your partner. You can put the magnets here. Might be important to know where your motor is going as well at this point. If you have a plan, then you'll know that the magnet might need to be a little bit behind or in front of the motor depending on what you're testing out here. So I have 6, and you have 3, and these are all ready to go. Remember, X's are showing. That's the most important part because these are the sides that we want to repel. So I'm ready to glue. I take a little piece of glue from my glue gun. I just put a little dot of glue. I don't need a lot of glue, just so that it's on there secure. And then I'm ready to go with my maglev. I can bring it back to the track, and I can test it and make sure the magnets are not rubbing. And that's how you line up your magnets.